Good evening, Cher.
Good evening, Coach.
Ayun, no?
Mm.
Na-miss ka ng lahat, no? So, ikaw ang
Na-miss ko rin
unang
kayo.
ikaw ang unang bumati sa ating mga classmates.
Ayan, na-miss ko kayong lahat. Na-miss kita, Coach.
Yeah. At
Pero
last,
laging thank you for Chris for being
yeah, of
around.
course,
Yes.
meron naman tayong roster of regular co-hosts. Siyempre si Chris, si Coach Donald,
Yes.
si Christina McCaffrey also, di ba? So alam mo naman yung community natin always always attracting people, like valued people or like-minded people as well. So last week was medyo a milestone episode for us for a sad reason, no? And because Ryan Pinpin passed away because of a vehicular accident, but we again, no, we pay tribute to him as a regular classmate here and somebody who's epitomizes yung yung type of audience and classmates that we have here. People who are persevering, di ba? Nagsimula ng maliit na eatery, nakapagpundar ng sasakyan. And unfortunately, yung sasakyan na yun naging diyan siya uling nalagutan ng hininga. So sabi nga sa Tagalog, but of course we pay tribute to him and pay our respects and our condolences to his family, of course, no? Isang mga classmate natin yan. So marami ring nagpadala ng kanilang mga mensahe, ng pakikiramay at syempre ng prayers sa ating classmates. And our growing community of classmates, nakakatuwa because every week you see new names, di ba? Being invited by others. So let's just keep the community growing, ika nga, di ba? Our classroom grows, no?
Yes. And they comment on each other and coach each other as well, di ba?
Yes, may mga questions, answers na sila, no? Nakakatuwa. And siyempre, yung mga early birds, global classroom to Yun ang maganda rito sa platform na to, no? Si Victor Mempin, who is from the UK. Si Gerard Flores, na nandito rin yan sa Kalakang, Maynila. Pero always, eto si Gerard, ang dami na rin inimbita nito ng mga classmates dito sa ating,
Thank you.
Sa ating global classroom every Tuesday night, 8:30 to 9:30 ng gabi. At of course, yung ating mga episodes ay nakakompile, no, ng very very organized way, no. Ganda ang loob ng ating partner na si Cher, no. At matutunghayan niyo po yung library mas madali siyang i-search sa YouTube, no. But of course, nandiyan lahat sa Facebook naman yun. Oo, so and we're proud to say that we're on our 154th episode na yata ito. Hindi ako nagkakamali.
Diba?
Parang kailan lang. And that was May 2020 na nagsimula tayo. So, maraming salamat. No? Thank you very much to all who listens every week, no? Shares, likes, gives their comments. No? Maraming salamat po for keeping this advocacy alive. Diba? So, advocacy po nating lahat ito. And again, I always emphasize, we are not the Resto coaches, no? Lahat tayo rito ay part of a Resto coaching community.
Yes.
Yan. Iba-ibang sa ngayon ng lipunan, meron tayong mga nasa serbisyo ng pagpupulis, si Uncle Ibarra Salonga ng dito po. Thank you po for supporting Uncle Lagi. And no, aside from UK, meron tayong mga bisita from, of course, yung mga taga Las Vegas, hindi magpapahuli. Sila Jake and Tina Castro. At yan naman po si Jake ay nasa yung mga kasama natin nung pandemya, nung panahon ng pandemya, di ba marami na nakikinig sa atin na nasa medical front lines din. No?
Yes.
Siyempre, saludo tayo sa ating mga kaibigan at kababayan, no, na across the world na nandiyan sa medical front lines. No, meron din mga nasa Middle East, no? Ayan, mga representation ng taga Middle East sa panguna ni Joseph Quijón, si Mr. JQ, na parati nating inaawitang mag-guest dito. Ayan, magandang gabi sa iyo, Uncle. Ayan. Si Abby Jaspin, nandirito na rin. No, meron ding mga taga New Zealand, no, si Reynard Gallego, si RR.
Grabe, nako-cover natin lahat ng time zones.
Yes, kasi sila naman, ang ginagawa nila, pinapanood nila on replay, no? And sometimes when they can watch live, they make an effort, no? From Antipolo, si Leo, naging guest natin before. From Leon, Authentic Mexican Kitchen, si Leo and Ann, no? Benson. Magandang gabi sa inyo. And si Brian, si Brian Abengosa. May utang ako dito. Tapos na itong episode, mag-uusap tayo finally, no? Medyo nakaluwag-luwag na ako. Maghapon kasi kung nasa labas, no? So alam mo dito pag nagda-drive ka, 'di ba, syempre ang hirap din ng ano no, magtelepono baka
Oo,
madisgrasya ka.
safety
So,
first,
usap
syempre.
tayo
Oo.
mamaya. Ay, Brian Kuman. Yan na, nangiti siya. Simpleng paalala yan coach, mag-usap tayo.
Paging coach.
Oo,
Oo.
Neil Martinez, magandang. Alam mo, nakakatuwa yung ganun siya kasi sa pananaw ko lang naman dyan, kahit minsan pagod na tayo, di ba? Pareho naman tayo nagtatrabaho sa araw eh. Diba? Pero itong Tuesday night talagang special sa atin to, di ba?
Oo. Talo pa ang kape sa pick me upper.
O ito, Ireland naman, no? Parang di pa nasapat sa mga bansang binensyon natin
Oo,
kanina.
di ba? Oo.
Sherwin Salansang, Sherwin Julius De Leon Salansang. Yung De Leon, ano yan? Yan yung mga kamag-anakan namin sa General T. De Leon ang pinagmulan niyan sa Valenzuela. O, ang aming lolong si General T. De Leon. Ayan. So lahi ng mga bayani po ako. No? Mukhang hindi lang ako Pilipino pero talagang kaya mo mahusay ako Managalog kasi taga Bulacan po. Ang dati po Valenzuela ay Bulacan yan. No? So sige, without further ado, yan ang madalas sabihin natin, without further ado. No?
Oo.
At syempre matapos ang ating batian at kamustahan, no? How's everything there in Kuala Lumpur? Balitaan mo muna kami.
Ayun, I'm doing very well except for the part na bumabalik na naman ng haze. Alam natin na medyo yun na yung normal side ng ito yung timing ng haze. And then in between the haze, good na lang nagkakaroon ng ulan kasi yun yung naghuhugas of all eh.
Pero yung haze nyo, I think it's been years no na patuloy. Saan gagaling ba yan sa mga forest fires or
Actually, there's always a denial, but it will always be between either Indonesia or other parts of Asia. Kasi yung kaingin, kumbaga,
meron pa rin kaingin.
meron pa rin.
So medyo controversial pala yung haze na
Very.
yun. No? Dito naman medyo nagpapasalamat tayo. Hindi medyo, nagpapasalamat talaga tayo. Tumigil yung ano no, yung VOG no, yung volcanic smog.
Oo,
No,
yan.
mga Pilipino galing talaga magpauso ng mga terminolohiya. No?
Totoo.
Hindi dumili man lang ako galing sa Taal yan. No? So nagpapasalamat tayo, tumigil muna sapagkat naka-apekto rin no, sa kalusugan at syempre sa negosyo rin nung area nung hindi lang yung malapit sa Taal kundi yung mga ano rin no, yung mga hanggang Cavite umaabot no, hanggang Batangas. Of course Batangas and then yung Laguna area naapektuhan din. So ang dami kasing challenges sa pagnenegosyo ngayon dito sa
Totoo.
Pilipinas. No? Hindi lang sa resto negosyo, inflation, presyo ng langis, no, supply chain issues and sana yung buti naman tumigil na yung volcano no. So, pwede mo na niyang ano na lang i-postpone mga 20 years from now, di ba? Ang hirap na parang kumbaga sa kabag ang hirap pigilan no, 20 years mo pipigilan. No? So
naalala ko tuloy yung yung cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Kung may uulan, sana pagkain na lang. Yun.
sayang at wala na si Kuya Cesar sapagkat ang panalangin niya umulan sa
Kuya Cesar.
Pag naalala mo ba yan, di ba? Mula ng pera, di ba? So,
Ernie Baron naman
trademark
ako.
niya yan eh. Trademark niya yan, di ba? Yung mula ng pera. Yan, no? Yung mga birthday na nakakaligtaan natin, si Erwin, nag-birthday last. Nakikinig siya, hindi natin nabate. So, belated by 1 week. No? Si Tintin Beltran, nakikinig din. Happy birthday, no? At sa lahat ng mga taga-University Hotel. Alam mo, dapat i-feature natin yan, yung mga taga-University Hotel.
Totoo.
Pag nagpunta ka ngayon dyan, Diyos ko po, napakaraming tao and they're doing really well. No? So, congratulations sa Team University Hotel. No? At sa mga, syempre, ang kanilang general manager, si Patrick Gregorio, ang kanilang director, baliktad. Ang kanilang resident manager, resident manager si Melvin Gomez. Ayan, so.
Naririnig ko yung journey nila, di ba? Pag pinanood nila yung episodes from this to this. Ayan.
Oo, tsaka parating nakikinig sila linggo-linggo. Magandang testimonial of people who continuously want to learn and they apply what they learn here. No? Chef Winnie, andyan din, no? Si Chef Winnie, si Sir Buboy, si Ma'am Cynthia, ng mga nag-retire na yan. Inabot na ng retirement sa pakikinig dito sa Coach and Chef. At syempre, may pumalit namang mga bagong tao dyan saan. At syempre, hindi mabubuo yung gabi natin pag di natin binati yung Empress, no? Empress of Parañaque, no? Si Mami Sin.
Grabe talaga yung royalty, no?
Dati Reyna lang siya ngayon. Empress of Parañaque. No? Anak ko mamimiss niya, magbabakasyon yan. Si Mami, secret. Ano lang yan, no? Pasimple lang pero magbabakasyon yan. At nagko-commit naman siya na kahit nasa malayong lugar siya, ay makikinig siya at manonood.
O,
Oo,
diba?
at syempre kung merong Empress ang Parañaque, merong Reyna ang Malabon, no?
Ayan, ayan
Original
na,
na Reyna
labanan.
ng Malabon, no? Si Chef John de Guzman, no? Kung nanonood sa atin,
Ayun.
puro royalty yan, no? At si
Oo.
MJ San Pedro nandito na rin.
Ayan, ang Reyna
Sige, mamaya
Elena.
tayo magpapatuloy ng pag-recognize sa ating mga early birds, no? Ang dami na pong nanonood, maganda yung ating topic.
Yes.
Is actually a continuation of sorts, no, from last week's well-received episode. Ang dami pong nanood, ang dami nagko-komento, ang dami nakarelate, tama sinabi ni Cher, ang dami nagko-quote sa comment section. So from talking about culture last week, we go into the detail of it, no? And I think
Oo.
arguably ito yung root cause, no? Ito yung pinagmuugatan ng culture. So we
Mm-mm.
talk about values and
Yeah.
value. Ayan.
Ayun, ayun. And with that, unang question agad is of course for people to understand what's the difference between value and values.
Oh, yung values kasi, of course, the most famous iteration of the word, no, na may ginagawang terminology, dalawang magkarugtong na salita parati yan is core values, di ba? I think that in itself explains, no, when you talk about core values, it talks about beliefs, principles, and you know, in layman's term, it's what you believe in as a person. No, pero kung ako kasi mahilig ako dun sa literal and precise translation of things aside from the dictionary definition of it. When you talk about values, no? Sa Tagalog kung isasalin mo 'yan, yung pinahahalagahan. O ano yung mga bagay na what really matters to you? No, as I mentioned kanina, prinsipyo, maaring paniniwala, paninindigan, no? Stand, no? Yung stand, no? Yung mga pininindigan mo. So what, 'di ba? Tinatanong yan, what do you stand for? 'Di ba? What values do you believe in? Ayan yung mga katagang ginagamit. So I'd rather define it that way. Now, on the other hand, pag we talk about value, it's very straightforward. No? Halaga. No? You know, creation of value. Di ba? Sabi nga, economic activity is the creation of value. So, when you talk about value, paborito ko naman dinudugtong dyan, yung tangible value. Di ba? Nasa subtitle natin yan eh. How, you know, how can your values create tangible value? How can your core values rather create tangible value for the stakeholders of your restaurant business? No, malaman yun kasi ang daming katagado, no? So again, differentiation is, you know, kumbaga kung gagamitin natin sa isang pangungusap, magkarugtong, how can your core values create tangible value? Paano yung mga pinaniniwalaan mo, pinaninindigan mo, mga prinsipyo mo, no? Pinahahalagahan mo, what you value, how can this create tangible or yung tangible nahahawakan, no? Nagagastos, no? In the case of money, naamoy, nakikita, no? Vivid, no? And real value or halaga, no? Paano makakapag-create ng tunay na halaga para sa mga, no, stakeholders? Mahirap i-translate sa Tagalog yan eh.
Oo nga eh.
No, stakeholders sa English ang kahulugan niyan yung anybody who has something at stake, no, doon sa negosyo, no, doon sa brand or sa negosyo. So, yun yung differentiation natin. I think values are actually what you use to create value.
Ayan. So maganda kasi natin establish yun kasi we'll go further deeper on the difference as well as the relation. So second question, hihirapan ko na masyado madali yun sa'yo, Coach. So
Grabe.
lumalim agad. So
Bumawi ka.
So how do your restaurant's core values naman influence the customer experience and in turn profitability of your business?
Yan, ano yan eh, bahagyang napag-usapan last week, no? It was just touched briefly last week, but it can be, the explanation, the answer can be as simple as, you know, if you smile, why do people smile? Anong values ba yung pinagmumulan ng pagngiti sa kapwa? Diba? Anong values? Diba? Like for example, are you exhibiting the value of kindness? If you smile to other people, are you exhibiting the value of being concerned for others or having that service attitude, no, or that servant leadership attitude in the case of people who are in position, di ba? Yung simple act of smiling is the simplest manifestation of how it impacts not just the customer's experience, but in the case of managers or leaders or even business owners, no, how it impacts the experience of your employees.
Mhm.
Di ba? You arrive at the store, anong una mong gagawin? Kung ano yung manifestation ng behavior mo, kasi yun pala, hindi ko na-include sa definition. Yung mga values mo, yun yung nagda-drive ng dalawang bagay, no?
Mhm.
Yung decisions mo, no? At saka yung behavior mo, no? Kung lalaliman natin, no, yung isip, salita at gawa mo,
Yeah.
'di ba?
Panatang
'Di
makabayan
ba?
natin.
Oo, isip, salita at gawa mo, nagda-drive niyan yung values mo.
Values.
Kung ano yung pinaniniwalaan mo, kung paano ka pinalaki ng magulang mo, no? Sa straightforward na Filipino terminology. So, having said that, no, parang ano, no, parang very obvious, pero often neglected,
Mm-mm.
'di ba?
Mm-mm.
Ako, I always say that when I visit a store, no? And I think nabanggit ko rin to the last episode, and I would like to reiterate, no? When I visit a store, no, as in my current position, I'm a company president. I'm one of the co-founders of the company. So I'm mindful that when I visit the store, I exhibit the right behaviors. Kasi 'di ba ano ang laki nung expectations sa ng tao no.
Mm-mm.
So making a decision, for example, to arrive at the store and say hi to people first before asking for how much the sales
Yeah.
is a manifestation of my personal value as an owner of the business. Kasi it reflects kung ano yung binavalue ko, yung tao ba o yung benta.
Mm-mm.
Tama? Kasi kung ano una mong tanungin, yun yung mahalaga
Yeah.
sa'yo, di ba?
Oo. Anong
Magkano
priority
benta?
mo?
Magkano benta, di ba? So,
Ah.
di ba? And your demeanor, di ba? Your values, for example, if you're a mindful and respectful leader or owner of the business, you go to the store. Do you just sit down and ask, and without saying hi to people, ask for coffee or anything, no? And hindi ka nakasmile, then it tells people without you saying it of how much value, anong halaga ang inaatas mo, or what value do you put, no? What is your valuation rather of your people?
Yeah.
And kaya ako inuuna yung empleyado kasi yung internal customers muna. Kasi hindi pa pwedeng iba yung demeanor mo sa internal customers mo and then iba yung demeanor mo sa customers mo na paying customers.
Yeah.
Kaya nga ako, careful ako to use the word guest. Di ba? A lot of people, let's use the word guest. Sa hotel, palasakyan, di ba? Na guest ang tawag natin because parang bisita natin sila. Ako, I prefer using the word customer. Kasi it differentiates, no? Two things. It differentiates yung yung paying customers from your employees who are your internal customers. And I like the word custom because it's customization. No, it's recognizing the diversity of customers that you have. Diba? So malalim ang niyan cultural definition na yan kasi back in the days, di ba, hindi naman tayo general store It's somebody who comes in for a specific item. So customers, they have to customize the experience. So I think that's the long answer to the straightforward question of how does it impact a lot of things. No. Now let's talk about, we talked about employees. Now we talked about customers. Pagpasok ng customers, if you're rushing to the door to welcome them, or are you waiting for you to be called by the customer and you leave the customers unattended. Diba? Isa sa mga unang natutunan ko sa fast food yan sa Jollibee na mini-measure yung attending time. No, yung gaano katagal tumayo yung customer na walang nag-attend. Diba? Sa pintuan at saka dun sa counter, diba? But that's a more technical standard of it. But ang katotohanan, ang itinatanong talaga sa atin, no? You have to remember, pag ang customer nagkaroon ng curiosity dun sa brand mo, lumapit na, tinitingnan yung menu, your values, balikan natin yung tanong mo, your values will dictate kung paano ka kikilos Kung meron ka, ito, bigyan kita ng example, kung meron kang attitude of gratitude, kung mapagpasalamat ka, sa blessings, anong gagawin mo pag may customer na tumitingin ng menu? Tatakbo ka, di ba? Talaga hindi ka magkandamayo. Ay, salamat. Sa lahat ng dami ng pwede niyang tingnan na menu, lumapit siya sa restaurant namin. Tinitingnan niya, meron ng interest. Diba? So again, that's a clear example of how your personal values and the personal values actually of your employees plus the common indoctrinated value of the organization, kung ano yung tinuturo, no, will now manifest in a behavior that is tangible to the customer.
Yes, yes.
Mararamdaman ng customer kung ano yung ugali nyo. No, hindi siya direct definition of values, but you know, yung ugali mo is a manifestation of your values eh. 'Di ba? For example, sabihin ng tao, hindi ka marunong mamupo, hindi ka marunong ang values siguro pinagmumula nun is the lack of the value of respect, 'di ba? So, yun I think, no? And then you talk about the customer's experience in general, attentiveness, being proactive, being mindful, no? Meron ito pinakamalungkot na example sa isang restaurant. Yung pagka ang customer ang kausap, parang walang emosyon. Tapos pag silang mga empleyado nagkikwento, parang ang saya-saya. Di ba? Saya-saya. Di ba yun? Reflection ng values yun eh. Kasi if you don't understand the value of a customer to the business, no? Ano yun? Ang lacking sa'yo doon, yung attitude of gratitude, customer centricity, ang daming values na pwede kong i-cite eh. Diba? Pero ang pinagmulan, yung sarili mong prinsipyo. Ano bang pananaw mo sa customer? Diba? Minsan na mayroong mga magagandang eksena sa pelikula na nagkakatotoo sa totoong buhay eh. Yung tipong parang okay yung experience sa restaurant mo ah. Parang naabala ko yung pagkikwentuhan nyo. Parang ako yung sagabal dun sa pagtatrabaho nyo. Samantalang ako yung customer, di ba? And in some way or form, narinig ko na yan as a complaint, no, sa mga restaurants, no, in my experience. No. Totoo yun. When the customers feel na parang nakaka-istorbo ko sa pagsa-side duties nyo, lalo pag closing time. Di ba? Yung prone yan eh. O kaya opening time, yung prone yan na parang tinataas na yung upuan, no, nagsasara na. Minsan may matitigas pa yung mukha talaga, bubuksan pa yung ilaw, parang kulang nilang itabo yung customer, no? So values yun. Diba? Values yun.
I-tie-in ko lang, Coach, pati yung you mentioned kasi yung pagtingin ng menu. Kasi from a marketing standpoint, dun din mafulfill ang brand promise. 'Di ba? Ang laki ng perang nilalagay na ini-invest sa marketing para pumunta dun sa store. The brand promise or the value of the brand or the business, dun siya nasasagot eh. Hindi siya sa commercial, hindi siya sa lahat ng efforts eh.
Yeah. Alam mo, yung totoo yun, marketing can do its job, but you know, 90% of it, whether customers really experience the promise is, you know, operations yan. And operations is basically people manifesting the values of the organization. And ako, kaya paalala ko sa mga may-ari, kung hindi na-experience ng empleyado nyo, mahihirapan silang ipa-experience sa customer nyo. You cannot say smile kung hindi mo sila ini-smilean, di ba? Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin magsipag tayo, pero ikaw nakikita ka, nasa telepono ka lang, di ba? Be attentive, pero ikaw hindi ka attentive pagkausap nila. So, people learn through kaya kahit anong pagbali-baliktad mo, sisingit pa rin yung pinakamahalagang topic of leadership eh, di ba? Values no ng isang leader, no? And bago tayo tuluyang malibang sa ating pag-uusap, siyempre i-recognize natin yung mga talagang linggo-linggo ko nang nakikita rito. Ito nako, inspiring din ito. No, si Simon Tess, no, maraming salamat sa iyo. Nakaka-inspire yung kanyang mga endeavors ngayon, mga awards na nakukuha, yung kanyang advocacy rin, no. Despite just being a startup entrepreneur, tumutulong din siya sa ibang tao. Maraming salamat sa inspirasyon, Zai. Si Linel Cruz, magandang gabi rin sa iyo. Yan, sabi niya, people learn by leading po talaga, sabi ni Zai. Si Gian Carlos Celestino, magandang gabi sa iyo. Of course, si BFF at ang kanyang mga asul na puso.
Heart, yes.
Heart, no? Si Jazz Pestaño Distrito. Rose Gonzales Punto, magandang gabi sa iyo. No? Ito si Rose, magaling din to. Matagal ko rin nakasama to dati sa Buffalo Swings and Things. No? Marinor de Guzman, siyempre, hindi papahuli. Nandyan yan. Si Chef Jordan Bernardo, no? Rito rin at ang mga, syempre, ang mga taga-ano yan, no? Mad Cafe. Team Mad Cafe, magandang gabi sa inyo. Naging guest din natin sila, di ba? Yung Primes. And si Julio Espina, ito, isang mga original substitute co-host to, pero naging busy na, no? No, aking inaanak na si Julio Espina, si Ryan Luca. Oy, magandang gabi sa iyo, Ryan. Si Rocky Arapo. Siyempre, andyan si Jordan, andyan din si Jing Bernardo. Magandang gabi sa iyo. Sister, si PJ Veloso. Andi rito rin. At siyempre, si Pastor Aling Nang at ang kanyang may bahay ni si Maria Teresa Catador Nang. Magandang gabi sa iyo, ate. No. Naku, kung di ako nagkakamali, si Elmer Losada to. Elmer, magandang gabi sa iyo. No, at si Teacher Yam, no? Beautiful Yam of Valenzuela City, no? Si Janice Kerubin, ako, isa sa paboritong tao ko to sa sa restaurant industry at sa mundo, no? Si Janice at si Eric Kerubin, yung mag-asawa. Yan, mga nakasama ko yan nung early journey ko sa pagiging coach. Ayan. Sige, tuloy natin ang napakamalaman nating diskusyon.
Ayun. So we spoke about kanina yung profitability. Ngayon, pupunta naman tayo sa relationship. Nag-start ka na dun sa examples, pero I'd like to ask for more specific examples of how aligning your values has positively impacted yung relationship with customers, suppliers, employees, and stakeholders.
You know, one of the earliest examples that I learned, no, was when I was with Outback Steakhouse, and I was surprised, no, pleasantly surprised at how consistent the company, the organization was through the different people that I met, no, in the organization. Yung principles and beliefs nila parang isinasabuhay talaga ng lahat. Lahat ng makilala mo sa organisasyon, mararamdaman mo yung consistency ng values nila, no. Parang ano sila, iisang tribo, no. From the time that we were picked up at the airport, when we went to the training, no, up to the time the hospitality that was extended to us, bumili ng kabayo dahil alam niya namamalansya ang Pilipino, kabayo ng plancha, no, yung mga dilatang alam niya, paborito ng mga Pilipino, yung mga kung ano-anong snacks na alam niya, no, paborito ng Pilipino. Then pagpunta mo sa tindahan, consistent. Sa Jollibee naman yung values ng hard work, yung inspiration that we got from the owners, no, and how kaya nga Jollibee yan, di ba? Yung pagiging systematic, no. Then you talk about Shakey's, no, yung pioneering spirit, no, and yung focus on the signature dish and yung quality, no, and yung storya ng resilience, 'di ba? And marami akong karanasan, and isa lang yung ipo-point out ko doon, ano. Napakahalagang ma-recognize natin na yung negosyo is about experiences of people. 'Di ba? Gaya ng pinoint out mo kanina, no? Yung karanasan ng tao dun sa brand, yung karanasan ng tao dun sa business, 'di ba? I'll give you an example na ginamit ko rin last week, ini-emphasize ko lang. No, it all starts from the first touch point, no? Application process, nag-a-apply ng trabaho sa kumpanya mo yung isang empleyado. Parang ano yun kahalin tulad ng isang customer na nakita ng billboard. Mensahe sa billboard, no? Kung gaano kaayos yung mga tarpaulin nyo, saan nyo pinagdidikit, 'di ba? Kung makalat ba kayo bilang isang brand, no? Lahat yan Parang ano yan again, hinahalin tulad ko sa relationship between two people. Relationship between a brand and a customer. Pag umabot siya sa puntong personal, ang laking diferensya nun. And you will be able to attest to that, kasi nasa marketing field ka, no? Maybe you can add something to it later. Pero ako, yun lang yung guidance ko parati. No? If you talk about the relationships, you have to talk about emotions, no? And you have to talk about how, yung primary question is, how do you want to make, fill in the blank, your employee, your customers, your suppliers, no, your lessors, even yung lessors mo, how you deal with lessors, di ba? How you talk to the LGU officials, di ba? Pag yung mga values like respectful, no, pagiging respectful, mindful, accountable. Nako, yung pagiging accountable as a business, di ba? Nasusukat yan pag may mga customer complaints, di ba? So, going back to the first example that I was about to mention, di ba? Yung narinig ko yan na, pag may nag-deliver, bigyan nyo ng drinks. Kasi galing sa labas yan, marami binuhat, no? Wow, sabi ko, ang galing, ano? Kasi usually the temptation sa isang organization is just to focus on the paying customers,
Yep.
When an organization teaches you na pag may pumasok na supplier, painumin nyo ng, huwag yung tubig lang, painumin nyo iced tea. Di ba? Kung may pagkain ka dyan, bigyan nyo ng pagkain. Di ba? Paupuin nyo muna, huwag nyo kagad-kagad, minamadali nyo, di ba? And how you treat all of these people that are actually stakeholders of the business. no? And when they go out into the world and they are asked about your brand, guess what, no? Kung ano yung naging karanasan nila sa brand mo, yun yung ikikwento nila, no?
Mhm, mhm.
And again, no, you will be able to test, to attest to this. Yung emotional connection, ano yan, holy grail yan eh. Na parang bibihirang brand yung nakaka-attain ng emotional connection dun sa isang with customers, with and it the whole ecosystem of it, the stakeholders, yung consistency mo kung paano ugali mo at pakikitungo mo, no? Yun yung essence. Kasi pag hindi pa pwedeng, again, ulitin, hindi pa pwedeng, pag sa paying customers, napakabait mo. Pag sa empleyado, masungit ka. Pag sa supplier, di ba? So, hindi pa pwedeng, sabi nga namin sa Buffalo's Wings and Takes na, namin, no, equivalent ng principles and beliefs, which we call yung aming gifts, no? Gifts commitments, no? Gifts as in regalo, no? Is hindi mo pwedeng i-compromise yung kapakanan ng isang stakeholder para sa isang stakeholder. Diba? Hindi mo pwedeng paboran yung customers masyado, mako-compromise yung empleyado or yung mga shareholders, di ba? So, yung mga namumuhunan. So, I think, to your question is having that, symbiotic and mutually beneficial relationship with all of your stakeholders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like to build on your point a while ago, Coach. Yung sa part ng, yun nga, it's a relationship. It's people to people. So, at this day and age, mas challenging na rin kasi na papublish na yung positive and negative. But doon natin din makikita yung we hold brands as well as like companies on a higher level ngayon eh.
Yes.
Before, 'di ba? Parang before merong showbiz na ito yung PR pero iba ka behind the scenes. Ngayon, we're asking for authenticity where it should match.
Yes, consistency and authenticity, no? Consistency actually is a manifestation of your authenticity, eh. Pag hindi ka nangangawit, no, at yung across all shareholders, across all stakeholders, consistent yung ugali mo, no? Consistent yung values na minamanifest mo, no? Nung pandemya, I'd like to point out yan yung no, isang example niyan yung, di ba? When people ask me up till now, a lot of people are still surprised, no? Yung wow, talagang meron pa ring messages yung paper bags nyo, no? And sinasabi ko lang na when people ask me how it originated, well, it originated from a meeting that we had and we said, walang dine-in. So how do we engage our customers and how do we make them feel na nandirito tayo para sa kanila? Because at that time that was that originated, yun yung period na ang worry mo is that paano kakain yung mga tao? No, kasi nakita ko personally, ako pumila ako sa grocery, ang hirap ng pagluluto, and then when we were allowed, no, we were identified as an essential segment of the sector of the economy, and we were allowed to operate. Yun yung pumasok sa isip namin agad eh. Na-miss namin yung customers namin agad, no? We miss them na dine-in kami primarily eh. 90% dine-in kami noon eh, 85 to 90% dine-in most stores. Some delivery stores would do 70 to 75. But primarily our business was dine-in, and na-miss namin sila, and we wanted to talk to them. And sa paper bag namin isinulat yung mensahe, no? And doon nagkaroon ng mas malalim na kahulugan yung wings up. Yung keep your wings up, no? Naging kataga namin yun nung pandemya. Yung mga ganung bagay, I don't think it can emanate from an organization that does not really care for their customers. Eh. Doon nagmula yun. Parang ang hirap magluto, no? Paano natin sila tutulungan? At that point, we were not even thinking of profit because sa totoo lang, nung panahon ng March, April, May, loss talaga yun eh. Loss ka talaga ron. Wala kang magagawa para kumita nun. Because you just had to restart the business so your employees can feel a sense of accomplishment, and they keep their jobs, no? And a lot of people in the organization agreed to lower salaries, no, makat yung oras, and values yun eh. Values yun, di ba? Hindi naman yun magmumula sa out of thin air or pakitang tao lang. And nag-emanate ang culmination nun, lumabas sa paper bag. Mensahe namin na, sige, dito muna tayo mag-usap kasi namin kayo pwedeng i-text isa-isa. No? Pero sa paper bag, meron kaming linggo-linggo, pinapalitan namin, and we talk to our customers through the paper bags. No? And that's an example of how, that relationship was really kept alive even during the crisis, and especially during the crisis.
Yes. Mm-mm.
'Di ba? So, wala pinag-usapang profitability muna. Kailangan namin kayong makausap, and we are here for you. Magse-serve kami. May magbabike, may maglalakad. You remember that episode, 'di ba?
Yes.
Hindi
Yeah.
lang kami, pati ibang restaurants din, 'di ba? May
Mm-mm.
maglalakad, mayroong lilipat ng bahay para lang makapasok sa restaurant, no?
Mm-mm.
And yun yung eksaktong example ng those are values-driven actions eh. Kung
Mm-mm.
walang malalim na values yung mga taong gumawa, hindi naman nila gagawin yun eh. Di ba?
Kasi yung transaction lang yun eh. Ito yung ang lalim eh. Ang lalim yung why.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Sige, next question.
Ayun. Ang lalim ng hugot natin. Ayun. So, ito naman, in what ways do your core values guide decision-making processes? I mean, very connected naman sa isa't isa within your restaurant business, and how has it impacted your bottom line? Ayun naman.
Pinakamagandang example na gagamitin ko dyan sa kusina, no? As I always tell our prospective franchisees or even employees during orientation, no? Meron kami tinatawag na purpose to results orientation. Sabi ko parati na any of us founders of Buffalo Wings and Things, pag nilagay mo yan sa expo window kung saan lumalabas yung pagkain, wala sa amin kahit isa na maglalabas ng substandard. No? So quality is one of the the value of quality. No? Meaning attention to quality, commitment to excellence. These are values that are mandatory dapat sa loob ng kusina. Di ba? Di ba nakaka-tempt na pag naluto na yan, sayang pag tinapon, sayang pag binalik, di ba? And the temptation is charge siya sa kusinero, no, siya nagkamali, but making that stand is that it's very important to make the stand na attention to quality is something that should be an integral part of our value system, and eventually it will be established as a core value of the culture, no, and you cannot implement that or enforce that pag ang mindset mo is charge, no, matakot yung taong gumawa naman magkamali, no, and sa customers din, di ba, na parang how do we welcome yung customer feedback?
Yeah.
Diba? Do we take them as constructive criticism or parang nakikita ng customer sa mukha natin? Diba? So all of these things, pag dinulo mo yan, no, pag hindi maganda ang experience ng customers, maapektuhan ang benta. Diba? Pag hindi tayo attentive to quality, tataas ang food cost. Baliktad yun, ha? Akala ng iba, pag hindi attentive to quality ka, mataas ang food cost mo dahil masaya lang ka. Baliktad. Kasi the foundation of food cost is actually adhering to recipes. Attention to details, di ba? So para walang mistake, kasi hindi naman kasi mas mataas pa yung cost pag nilabas mong mali yung recipe tapos pinatikim mo sa customer, ang tagal niya nag-contemplate kung kakain siya sa restaurant mo, and then sa dulo iba yung na-experience niya, then wala na yun, no? Those customer na yan, sayang yung marketing. So quality is always something that I would say na nandoon siya sa pundasyon eh. Commitment to excellence, no? Another thing is discipline, no? Discipline that is correlated with, no? Ito magandang to sa mga nagbabalak magnegosyo pa lang na ngayon ay empleyado, you don't practice sense of ownership pag owner ka na. Habang empleyado ka pa lang, dapat nagdi-display ka na ng sense of ownership. Kumpara mo yan, anong desisyon ang gagawin mo?
Yep.
Di ba? Kasi sometimes pag employees tayo, napakadali nung laban yan, di ba? Laban yan. Di
Hindi ko naman pera eh.
Hindi mo sasabihin yung hindi ko naman pera, pero nagmamanifest yun eh, di ba?
Yes,
Nagmamanifest, no? Kung pera mo yan, magko-compute ka talaga, di ba?
Yes.
Mag-iisip ka ng maigi. So, yung sense of ownership is also not leaving the restaurant when hindi pa tapos, di ba? Hindi mo iwanang madumi, hindi mo iwanang may mga, baka mamaya may nakabukas na gas bulb, o kaya mayroong mga gripo na may tumutulo. Maliliit na bagay, di ba, kung susuriin mo. Pero yung sense of ownership, pag na-instill mo yan, and everyone is acting with tender loving care, sabi nga sa Jollibee, sa mga equipment, di ba? Sa mga little things, like yung pagpapatay ng ilaw, no, yung pagpapa-repair ng gasket, kasi pag sira gasket ng refrigerator, lakas sa kuryente niya, yung mga ganung bagay, yung preventive maintenance, no, yung pagpasok sa oras, professionalism, lahat yan yan yung mga values na papracticein mo bago ka maging may-ari ng negosyo. Hindi saka ako na lang i-display yan pag ako na may-ari, empleyado lang naman ako ngayon. So hindi ko alam ba't biglang nagbago yung boses ko, share, no?
Biglang pansin ko eh. May
parang
persona eh.
naging radio drama, parang may inimot akong tao bigla.
Sinapian, ganon.
So, I mean, yun yung lesson ng buhay ko eh, no? Na, okay, kaya pala medyo hindi na ako nag-adjust Kasi even when I was still an employee, I was already acting as an owner.
Pero
Oh,
coach, meron ako follow up. Sorry, surprise question. In terms
no
of that,
problem.
yung thinking of that thinking, meron ka bang tips on, kasi we're dealing with multi-generations na sa rest negosyo eh. Meron bang pagkakaiba yung embedding that type of value sa bawat, sa millennials, sa Gen Z, sa boomers? May difference ba?
Ako, para sa akin, ano lang, the difference lies in the methodology, maybe the way communication is, communication is executed. Kasi iba yung platform eh. But in regards to the results, no, and consequences of, not living your values, pareho rin. Kasi isang buhay lang naman tayo, maski nung panahon nila Abraham, pareho nung ganun din tayo, pagbaga kung consider tayo ng mga panahon biblical times, tayo mga younger generation and conversely, yung mga bata sa atin ganun din. But that the truism of life, the realities of life remain the same. No, if you don't yung values na isinasabuhay mo will dictate kung anong value mo sa mundo. No, and how people will relate to you, will connect with you. Some would say, no, 'di ba panahon niya may mga mga katagang na imbento na yung mga hype, no, mayroong mga trending, viral. Alam mo nung araw pa lang uso na yan.
Dati pa yun.
Uso na yan, no, iba lang ang forma niya. But again, the true test of your character, kaya tinawag na test of character, is yung consistency nung behavior mo, especially if you're, again, ulitin ko, if you're in a leadership or ownership position. Kasi may power ka eh. How are you wielding that power to create a culture that will manifest, into a differentiated experience for your stakeholders, not only your customers. Kaya nga ini-introduce ko sa ating mga classmates yung katagang stakeholders eh. Kasi napakalalim nun eh. At stake. No? Sometimes a business owner has a little, mas mataas pa yung stake ng empleyado eh. Di ba? Kasi sila pag nawala ng trabaho, baka mahirapang maghanap. Yung baka yung may-ari, mayaman, pwede magtayo uli ng bagong negosyo. And vice versa. Di ba? O pwedeng yung komunidad. Alam natin yan, no? Maapektuhan sa isang restaurant, may 30 empleyado, 30 tao yung mawawalan ng trabaho pag hindi maganda yung manifestation of values into behavior, and eventually nag-decline yung transaction counts, no? Sales goes down, no? Cost cutting is impossible to do pag bumababa na yung benta mo. You can only save cost to a certain degree, eh. 'Di ba? Kaya nga top line oriented din, kaya nga may marketing and sales focus din, 'di ba? And all of these things will eventually hit your bottom line, no? It's people who actually drive sales and profit, no? Hindi ikaw pwedeng ikaw lang mag-isa, may-ari ka, you can do everything. It's physically impossible, no? It's physically impossible. So again, leadership comes into fore, and sinasabi nga natin, ang foundation ng leadership is your core values as a person, which you will then, if you're a restaurant owner, cascade these core values and find people who are aligned with that core values para magkakasama kayo na pare-pareho kayong birds of the same feather, na naniniwala, for example, sa quality, sa discipline, sa attitude of gratitude, naniniwala kayo sa integrity, sa honesty, sa fairness, naniniwala kayo sa cleanliness, no? Is next to godliness, naniniwala kayo that honesty is the best policy, naniniwala kayo na no ID, no entry, kung ano man yung pinaniniwalaan nyo, no, magmamanifest yun sa experience ng empleyado, ng supplier, pagbabayad sa oras. Yan, pag when you talk about supplier, di ba, pagbabayad sa oras. Di ba? Ikaw ba yung tipong 17 beses ka sisingilin bago ka magbayad? Then eventually, you will find it hard to find a supplier who's willing to work with your company. Landlord, kung perennial ka na, di ba, hindi mo sinusunod yung standards ng mall, no, sumusuway ka nagva-violate ka ng mga policies, no? And then eventually nagkakaroon ka ng arrears sa pagbabayad, no? And you're not a good citizen, ika nga, di ba? Even the LGUs, di ba? Kaya kami nakakarinig tayo ng mga pinapadlock ng mga restaurant, di ba? Pagka sumusuway sa mga ordinansa. All of these are values driven. Behaviors of an organization can only emanate from the behaviors of the individual members of the organization. And ang nagtitimon nung behavior na yon, yung leaders, no? Whether it's the business owner and in the middle manager, it's a culture. Kaya nga sabi natin last episode, di ba? Parang balik na dapat ang sequence, ito dapat yung nauna, di ba? Kaya nga ang title natin, Values to Value. Makikreate lang yung value based dun sa values ng kumpanya. Di ba? Lalawakan natin yung pausapin, di ba? Meron tayong pinapanood nyo ba sa Netflix yung tungkol dun sa mga opioid crisis, di ba? I just forget the title. There are two already, one documentary and I think two movies actually who covered the ongoing opioid crisis in the US, which led to a lot of homeless people, etc.
Yeah.
Diba? Yung nakapag-generate sila ng billions and billions of dollars, no? And kinalculate pa nila na kahit magbayad tayo ng mga legal fees, no, fines or whatever, neto-neto kikita pa rin tayo. Imagine that mindset. Diba? Imagine that kind of a mindset.
Yes.
Nakaapekto hindi na lang sa isang industriya, hindi na lang sa isang bansa, sa buong mundo, no, and how business is being conducted. Diba? So ganun ka ganun maaring from the smallest scale to the bigger scale, yung values nung nagdesisyong magnegosyo or nung in some cases of our some of our listeners here, even as a manager, not yet an owner of a business, that's how important your leadership values are actually determining how hindi lang yung profitability, mind you, hindi lang profitability, but the longer term sustainability of the business.
Yes.
Diba? Kasi yan ito makaka-relate yung mga kapwa ako naging managers tindahan. It can be the littlest behavior like doing the closing procedure properly. Diba? Yung not letting oil accumulate on the floor, not letting, pina-flashlight mo yung ilalim ng mga equipment bago ka umuwi. Kasi, eto buti naalala ko, banggitin natin, yung pagka-calibrate ng standard, yun ang isa sa pinakamahalagang papel. At isang pinakamagandang value na pwedeng exhibit ng isang leader or business owner. Setting the bar higher than others, di ba? Kasi kung hindi mas mataas ang bar mo sa iba, then pareho lang ng resulta mo, no? Differentiation comes from setting the standards higher than others. Diba? Doon tayo magsimula. Sorry yung habang sagot ko,
Hindi,
Chef.
okay lang, Coach. Kasi actually, sobrang siya nag-resonate sa akin from a marketing standpoint. Because I respect the part where we're looking at values and it's a very delayed discussion in terms of across all businesses. Kasi mas madalas nating napag-uusapan yung public relations, yung reputation, which is outward.
External, tama.
The external, di ba? While values will be introspective na if yun yung soul ng organization, you don't have to pay so much fees when it comes to public relations and damage control. Kasi di ba yung it's the narrative minsan yung thinking na we will say it this way but we will act a different way, that will cost more instead of just really living the values.
Yeah, it's great that you mentioned that because in this day and age of social media and the temptation to post everything,
Yes.
no, alam mo, ultimately, it's the actual experience, no, when the cameras are off, no, when it is not being posted to social media. These are, sabi mo nga, narrative, no? These are the true stories that touch people's hearts, and how your organization behaves. If your organization, I can safely say, our organization is not perfect, no? But if customers feel that you respond, may isang standing rule kami, walang customer complaint on Messenger or any platform na dapat tumagal ng 12 hours, kailangan masagot agad yan, ma-address yung ABLs will call you, the area business leaders will call you, because that's the first step. We're not yet there, but we let us know how we can improve. And then if they see that you're making a real effort to improve, better looking stores, better service and hospitality and service, the relationship continues, no? Hindi na puputol. Kasi may effort ka to improve, no? And nararamdaman yung sincerity. I think sincerity should be thrown into the conversation,
Yes.
Diba? In the word sincerity along with consistency.
Yeah.
Kasi consistently sincere ka, consistently caring about your customers, mararamdaman your employees, mararamdaman nila yan.
Yes.
No, and if it is a genuine relationship, it's not transactional. It speaks a lot about the values that you want to promote, no? And you're actually not just promoting the behaviors that manifest the values, no? Within. Sabi mo nga, introspect. Tingnan mo muna yung sarili mo. What are your values as a leader? Anong standard ba yung isa-set mo para sa group, no? And I don't know if technically value yung commitment to excellence, but I always talk about that, because as a leader, if somebody else is setting the standard, a higher standard for you, then you're not yet leading. Diba? So that in itself and by itself is a value that translate into tangible value, not only for the business, but also for you as an individual. Mas nagiging mahalaga ka sa lipunan. Kanina pinagkikwentuhan natin backstage, di ba? Yung as you age, nadidiminish ba yung value mo? Well, depende. No, kung ang values mo no is kaizen or continuous improvement, no, you exert effort na kahit umiidad ka, you exert effort to sharpen the saw, no, nakikinig ka sa podcast, nanonood ka ng coaching share every Tuesday, no? And then eventually your role in society will evolve. Magiging wisdom worker ka o ikaw yung dinadala sa organization to provide stability, experience, wisdom, discernment, no? Maaring board member ka, maaring consultant ka, maaring shareholder ka, or coach, or mentor, pero hindi ka nalaos.
Yes.
Oo, kasi nakakapagdagdag ka pa rin ng value o ng halaga sa lipunan at sa organisasyon at more importantly, sa experience ng mga stakeholders. Diba? Ito, bigyan kita example from a business owner standpoint. Kung ako tatanungin mo, number one is honesty. Kasi pag na-break mo yung honesty, tapos na ako ron. Kasi ang hirap ng isang nagninegosyo na hindi mo alam kung totoo yung nakakarating sa'yo o hindi. No? And validation can only do so much. Ako parating kong sinasabi yan, maski sa mga kapamilya ko. No? Pinakamahirap makapag-usap sa sinungaling. No, you're just wasting your time. So, honesty, integrity, wag mo sisirain yan. And it should manifest. No? Integrity meaning, sabi mo kanina, it can be as business-like, no, business oriented, like delivering what you committed to the customers. And it can be as deep as, taking care of the money that's entrusted to you. Diba? So, yun.
Ayun. I think meron tayo na cite na examples and strategies, but what else that would you have on strategies to implement yung communication and promoting the core values to customers? And
Ako, patawarin mo ako siya. Ang haba nung tinanong mo, pero ang dami na natin kailangan batiin. No?
Ang inspiring kasi nung episode, di ba, guys?
Andirito rin si Clara Finesa, si Arman Sevilla, si Rica Reyes, no? Magandang gabi sa iyo. Ang aking manugang, no? Paborito kong manugang, si JD Casino. Ayan. Si Alvin Rodrigo. Alvin, magandang gabi sa iyo. Si Mike Kison, no? Sa Kison clan, no? Si Randy Felias, magandang gabi sa iyo. Si Von Iris Guancia. Nakakatuwa pag hindi mo, ang dami kagad. Arnold Regalado at aking mga classmates, no? Mula sa aming elementary school at syempre sa pamumuno ni Teacher Sining Demate mula sa May Kawayan, Bulacan.
Nag-attendance check pa rin ba?
Oo, attendance check yan. Dito rin si Marilu ko, kaklase namin yan. Siyempre, pag nandito na isa, dire-diretso na yan. Diba? Sabi ni Sai, no, accountability is something I teach my team. So far, everyone is following our policies. We see this as part of our customer service. Totoo yun. No? Totoo yun. Yung values that translate into customer service. Yung why, di ba? Why should we deliver hospitality and service? It should come from the values, di ba? Of people. Mas madali siyang ituro pag galing sa values eh. Di ba? Tama yung sinabi mo kaninang word, nakaka-resonate, di ba? It resonates to people if they can relate to it, di ba? Ayan. Si Joven Manalo, nandirito rin, si paring Joven pala yun. Si Seth Gravillo, at nagbabatian pa si Marilu at si Arnold rito. Si Tita Tessie, naku, I always pray for you every day, Tita. I miss you too. Ayan. Si Ralph Victorino, si Joy D. Reyes, si Francis Abay, nakakatawa ng puso pag nakita mo yung mga pangalan. Ben Zab Noble, of course, si M.M. Guardino, napakahirap imbitahin bilang guest niyan, pero isa rin sa mga experts sa restaurant industry sa Pilipinas yan. No? Si Kit Lavilla, no? Si Len Oropesa Dancel, si Clara Finesa, si Romel Pia, magandang gabi. Si Romel Pia. Ayan. At si Ray Perez. Sige. Sorry, paulit ko yung tanong ha.
No problem. Actually, Coach, hindi kasi I think yung next question ko, na-address na siya with some examples. But I'd like to spend more time on this final question kasi actually maganda siya. So we talked about how values affect, di ba? So has there ever been an instance na while staying true to your core values, nag-present siya ng challenges and how did you navigate while still creating value for stakeholders?
Yung pinaka-real examples niyan is of course when you talk about how you deal with paying taxes, 'di ba?
Yep.
Kasi maraming nag-o-offer ng mga workaround, 'di ba? But it's up to you kung anong values mo, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Of course, not participating in any corrupt practices, 'di ba? Temptation 'yan 'di ba? Na shortcuts, 'di ba? Food quality, no? I'll be very straightforward, no? Be careful pagka yung masyadong too good to be true yung pricing
It
or
probably
yung
is,
offer.
yeah.
Kasi you have to, let's admit it, dito sa Pilipinas, hindi ganun kahigpit ang pag-check ng sanidad, eh. Diba? Hindi ini-inspect yung mga restaurants masyado. So, a lot of it is anchored on the standards of the owners, eh, diba? So,
Naging
nakakatakot, no?
mangarangal.
Mga ganun, no?
Mm-mm.
Yung temptation to use substandard quality materials, no? And even not bordering on not food safe, diba? Ako, kaya pinanganak tong The Resto Coach, yung shortcut sa training. Diba? Yung pwede na yan, diba? Kalaban ng ano yun, eh. Kalaban ng commitment to excellence yan, eh. Yung pwede na yan, no? Galing naman sa restaurant yan, gawin na nating manager, no? Walang training, no? And, not subscribing to setting the standards low, ika nga, no? Other examples would be very, very simple examples such as, doing construction, no? Hindi mo pag-follow sa mga building codes, no? Kasi hindi naman chechikin, no? And then eventually it becomes a safety hazard for employees,
Yes.
particularly for fire, di ba? Kaya ako, pay particular attention, siguro napulot ko rin sa Jollibee nung doon pa ako dating standards about mechanical, electrical, plumbing, sanitary, no? Money matters, no? Yung, di ba, common na naririnig natin yung unfair treatment of employees, no? Parang cost cutting, di ba? Yung hindi pagsunod sa mga labor laws, no? And conversely, yung katamaran, no? Ako, yun yung isa sa mga akala natin kailangan masama yung gagawin. Sometimes yung katamaran, kasalanan din yun, eh. We're not diligent enough when it comes to recruitment, no? Hindi tayo nagba-background check, then we put in peril yung mga mga customers natin because we hired somebody who's irresponsible, no? Mediocrity is something na nakalaban ng mga core values yan, no? Ng commitment to excellence, that if we tolerate what we permit, we promote. So if we tolerate mediocrity, then the industry eventually becomes a cesspool of mediocre people, no? Ano pa ba? Yung fiscal responsibility, no? You invite investors, and then as a business owner, hindi ka diligent sa pagbibigay ng multi reports, or hindi ka diligent sa pagko-costing, no? And then, eventually the business does not progress, and then, it's easy for you to say na wala, pangit yung benta, no? Diligence, actually, the lack of diligence, no? And there are a lot of other examples. Ang bottom line ng sinasabi ko lang is that, you cannot go into business without determining what your values are and seeing if your values are actually going to translate into actual value for all the stakeholders. Obligasyon po at responsibilidad ng pagninegosyo, sapagkat magkakaroon ka ng empleyado, mag-occupy ka ng space sa isang sa isang komunidad, no? Makikipag-ugnayan ka sa mga suppliers na magtitiwala sa iyo, and more importantly, mga customers na pupunta sa business mo. It's a responsibility and accountability, and your values need to be inspected bago ka magnegosyo.
Yes.
Pang-restaurant ba ako talaga? No? It can be as simple as matyaga ka ba? Metikuloso ka ba? Maaring yan, no? Hindi na core values yun, but para sa akin arguable, eh. No? But of course, the hardcore values are quality, attention to quality, commitment to excellence, honesty, integrity, fairness, no? And yung commitment mo to to serve the community in terms of yung lahat ng stakeholders mo. It's not to be taken lightly. Diba? Kaya nga pinapromote natin dito yung 5 rectangles, di ba? Recruitment system, people development system, operation systems. And yun masasabing dapat lahat taglay mo, pero you must be willing to put in all the effort needed to ensure that yung standard mo hindi mo binababa. Kada may crisis, baba natin standard natin.
Yes.
Baba natin standard natin. So, I think that's a call to action not only to the restaurant industry players, but also all of us Filipinos. No? If I may say, as your kuya, tito, or whoever you want to call me now, as an elder statesman of the industry. So,
actually, to support that, Coach, also on a marketing standpoint also, minsan kasi let's bear in mind, values are not trends. So minsan nakaka-tempt na, o sige, sakyan natin tong panindigan na to because it will have attention or add sales. But if it's not true to your values, then it won't work.
Yes. Yes, stay true to your values. Yun siguro mapakagandang pang ano yun, no, panghuli. Sabi nga ni Ralph Victorino, ang galing, nasakto ako kasi ito ang problema ko sa mga staff ko, how to create good core value. Actually, sorry to disappoint you, you cannot create, no, the values sa iyong empleyado. Dapat mag-focus ka into hiring people who already have those values. No, taglay na nila kasi hindi mo ano yan, yung values galing pa sa magulang yan dapat eh. Galing yan sa kinalakihan, no. Sabi ko nga, di ba, reminder lang, buti sinabi ni Ralph yun, no? Kaya nga alignment lang yung goal eh. Hindi natin pwedeng gawing eskwelahan, hindi natin pwedeng gawing guidance counseling company yung ating restaurant business. No, hindi natin expertise yun, 'di ba? So, ang payo ko sa iyo, Ralph, is to, check for alignment, and those who will not be aligned, aalis naman yan eh. Hire people who are aligned with your personal values para nagkakaintindihan kayo. Para siyang pag-aasawa, no? Hindi mo pwedeng turuan ng integrity yung taong hindi naman naturuan ng integrity talaga. Diba? Huwag ka na maging sinungaling, ha? Mahirap yun, kapatid. No? So, si Louie, nandirito rin. Si paring Boying Samonte. Magkikita tayo bukas, paring Boying. Joyce, Lisa, Tantaneo, si Boying ay, of course, yung isa sa ating mga frontliners and the union president of University Hotel employees. No, si Maxel Yu Metchaler, si Miss Cynthia Bernardo, nabanggit natin kanina yan, no? Si Stephanie Tangaro, isa sa magagaling na managers yan, no? Buffalo Wings and Things. Ayan. Sabi ni Gerard, nakakatuwa ang mga viewers, parang reunion. Siyempre may guest pa, si Edwin Agustin nandito, no? At si Glenn Jor Bulanhagi. Sige, pakita natin yung ating resto quote for the week. I think it is if I may, bihira akong ginagamit yung sarili nating baka sabihin we're promoting ourselves, but I think it's apt, no? This is an example of a value, no? How Buffalo Wings and Things, no? Look at yung customers, no? Ano yung pananaw ng Buffalo Wings and Things tungkol sa customers? So sabi diyan, we want our customers to feel that we understand them. We care for them, consistently provide them what really matters to them in a way that exceeds their expectations. So ito yung isang magandang example na kung paano inilatag yung values, no? The values of, understanding customers, the values of, wanting to get to know customers, the values of, the core value of caring for customers, the core value of being consistent, and setting a standard that actually is higher than the customer's expectation, and the humility to say na ang importante, what really matters to the customers, not to us, to the customers. So dito pa lang sa isang sentence na to na maraming kama, naipaliwanag yung values ng isang organisasyon. Ito exercise. Kumbaga, maiwan mo itong papel na to sa isang mesa ng customer, inadvertently, hindi mo sinasadya. Ano mararamdaman ng customers pag nabasa niya to? Okay? Number 2, halimbawa, balitan mo, kunwari, hindi customers, we want our girlfriend or our wife to feel that we understand. Di ba? Interchangeable eh. It's about human-to-human interaction. No? And I don't think somebody would mind being cared for. Somebody would mind that, being understood. Somebody wouldn't mind. I think nobody would mind na, so rather that, somebody would say na, alam mo, tatagalogin ko lang, share, no? Alam mo, share, gusto ko maramdaman mo na naintindihan kita, na aalagaan kita, ha? At saka, alam mo, tuloy-tuloy ko yung pagkakaloob sa iyo kung ano man ang tunay na mahalaga sa iyo sa pamamaraan na lalagpas sa inaasahan mo. Ano mararamdaman ko? Diba? And that speaks of yung values that translate into value. Because if you live these values, itong sinabi dito, then the customer's experience would then be amazing, remarkable. Ano mangyayari? Yun tinatawag namin one goal sa Buffalo 7. Every customer will then be eager to come back and excited to share their experience with others. So hindi na lang siya regular customer, marketer mo pa siya. So what would happen to your sales? Tataas yung benta mo. Then it will be now easier to manage your cost. Kasi mataas yung top line mo. So managing cost, meron ka ring corresponding commitment to shareholders, di ba? No? Yung pagmamanage ng mga resources, pagli-lead ng mga tao, and pag-ensure na yung business, no, ay magiging profitable and sustainable.
Ayan.
So, yan. Yan yung ating episode for the week.
Yes.
Maaari ka na magpaalam sa kanila.
Ayun, 69 days before Christmas.
Ayun, no?
Yun, no?
Sa gitna ng haze, malapit na po ang Thanksgiving, Halloween, at pero dito sa Pilipinas, talaga naman pong pag pumunta ka sa mall ay Paskong Pasko
Alam
na.
mo na.
Ayan. So, advance Merry Christmas sa ating lahat.
Yes.
And again, maraming salamat. 154th episode na po tayo. Huwag kayong bibitaw. At sa halip, magyaya pa po tayo ng mas maraming kaklase. Every Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. Remove the clutter. Focus on what really matters. Keep your wings up.